Hello. How we doing today? We got Mafera and we got Cox on Twitch. We got Eziodas and Zeblots on YouTube. How you doing? I'm not doing too bad. I have a busy week this week, so I'm kind of strapped for time when it comes to making content this week, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm chilling. We also got Cardi in the chat. How you doing? Cox is going on a school trip tomorrow. Where are you going? So just a heads up, if you were active in the Discord last night, you probably saw that I did club contest last night. So I kind of forgot. That I was doing the stream today. So I did all my dailies already. So a bit of a mistake, but what we're gonna do is instead, we're still gonna. I think we're gonna mainly be doing club contest and specialty trial stuff. More of a tutorial. I might low-key clip it into a video if I have the time, because I wanted to do one anyways. So yeah, I don't know how this part of the stream is gonna go, but we'll get to the team reviews after. Mafera is on a 20 stream streak. Let's go. Collecting those channel points that will eventually be used for something. Motherfucker said he took it serious with Shin. Yeah. Well, he challenged me. He's like, you know, my Aaron's almost better than yours, but you know, you do worse than me at club contest. So I'm like, all right, bet. Now you can't even touch me. Cox is going to an amusement park. That's fire. So the thing is, with the team reviews moving forward, I will announce it in the next YouTube video, as well as the Discord when I kind of assemble like a small team, like 2 to 3 people. I am no longer able to get to every single team, unfortunately, with even doing 2 videos and a stream. That's like the max I can do for team reviews, and I still can't catch up. So what's gonna happen moving forward with the team reviews is we are going to be just selecting ones that are like, what's it called, kind of themed, kind of, you know, here and there, things that make sense for a YouTube video specifically. And then for the streams, I don't know how I want to do it. I might just open. I might just do the people's in the chats. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult. What about the team review team? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna probably make, like, I'm gonna probably have a team in the Discord. Probably just around 3 people. 3. Like, it doesn't need to be too many people. And literally, there's going to be a chat for that team specifically, and then I want people from that team to just forward the teams into that chat, and then I can record the video with those teams that were selected, and then just move on. You know what I mean? Cardi, what is your name? Because I know I remember seeing your name in the beginning. What is your name in the Discord? Is it the same as your YouTube channel? or your YouTube account? Oh, you're Sammy. Oh, how you doing? Okay, sounds good. Um, so that's the team review kind of updates. When it comes to this week, so somebody just put in the chat, in the TikTok chat, is Ione coming early? Yes, Ione is coming early. I believe it's gonna be right here. Ione is coming March 11th, which is this Wednesday. And the thing is, with this Wednesday, we are also streaming the new Kuroko Basketball Street Rivals game that's coming out. So what's gonna happen is on the Wednesday stream, for the first hour to 2 hours, we're gonna be on Haikyu. We're gonna be pulling the Ione. We're gonna pull one copy, and then same thing with his memory, and then we might go to SR2 with the chain pack, depending on how accessible this chain pack is. So that's the plan there. We're gonna do our dailies. We're gonna, you know, upgrade him to max because we have the boost cards. As you can see, I have one of the player boosts and two of the memory ones. The second player boost will come at day 35 of the treasure hunt event here. So that's gonna be what's happening on Wednesday for the first hour/2 of the stream. I believe I'm just gonna do it all in one stream. So then what's gonna happen is the second half of the stream, we're gonna hop onto Kuroko's basketball, and we're gonna start our account there. In terms of like free to play, not free to play, from what I've seen, is the game is actually very free to play friendly, and it might force some users who even are pay to win to actually wait. It's gonna make more sense when the game comes out. I'm gonna make a full video. First, I'm gonna make a video recapping the stream and being like, this is my first time on Kuroko's basketball, and I'm gonna make another video. That is kind of an overview on like what to do and stuff like that. For those of you who are interested, there is the Japanese version still out right now. So if you go on YouTube, there's a content creator named Red Panda Gaming, very popular in the Haikyu space. He's already made 2 videos on the Kuroko's basketball, kind of giving you reroll guides and stuff like that. I'm not going to do rerolls. I think that's kind of a bitch thing to do, if I'm being totally honest, but it makes sense for people who are trying to maximize, you know, their stuff early. We all know what's happening after a week. No more free to play. I'm probably not going to be, just putting it out there, but just letting you know. Just letting you know that it's because like for the banners, for example, so like the banners work similarly like this, where it's like it's 200 pulls for like not the character, it's 200 pulls, and then you get like a star token thing, and then you can use that star token to redeem for the player, or you can hold on to that star token and you can wait, and then the banner player actually goes into like a store, and then you can use your tokens there. Now the thing is, with the free to play and pay to win difference is that you can only do 10 summons on like a special banner. So say for example, there's like the SSR recruit, for example. You can do your 200 summons, you can get that token, and then you can save it for an SP character, for example. But the SP character banner, you can only do 10 summons for, if that makes sense. So unless you get stupid lucky in the first 10 summons, you're gonna have to wait a month. Then this SP character gets put into a store where you can then use the token you got from doing the SSR recruits. So I hope that makes sense. That's at least what I gathered from Red Panda's video. We could react to the video. We have time today. I can pull it up and stuff like that, but that's basically how it works. So that's why even for people who are free to play, as long as you get that star token in a month, you can get, you know, a special character. And also the reason why it's free to play friendly is because the actual playing aspect of the game, the gameplay, it is like skill based. So you can have, obviously there is gonna be a limit, right? If you use like a, you know, the equivalency of like a green character here, you're probably gonna get cooked by like your Kageyama, right? But if you have like SSRs, for example, and you're really, really good with the SSRs, you can compete with like SPs. So there's that. When will it come out for European servers? So that I don't know. So there's a little bit of confusion about the release. So the release is March 11th, but apparently it's only for North America, is what I've been told. And then maybe European and other servers, SEA, will come out maybe shortly after. The thing is, with their communications team, it's only in Japanese and Chinese. I'm trying to get in contact with the devs to get a partnership going, but they don't really have that information accessible. So we're still trying to figure that out. Let's see. So Cox earlier says, what team should I get with SP Bokuto? Just any kind of team morale based team, or a team that can like use their ultimates while you kind of wait for the team morale awakening, because he can only use his ultimate when he's in his fired up? Yeah, fired up mode. That's the only time he can use his ultimate, is when he's in the team morale awakening. So one of those two things. Let's see. I'm on school trip for 2 streams. Hope I'll be able to join in and extend my streak. No worries, Mafera. It's all good. What team should I get with Bokuto? And I'm aiming for Festival, Trio, and Kuro. So no Tsukishima. So you're going SP Kuro, and then you're going like this. Imagine they're their SPs, and it would be like this. So imagine these 4 are SPs. Well, left over, because you have a middle blocker here, so you have like Kuro here. You'd probably have, I would recommend just going Sakuza Komori left over. You can do that. If you have the Nishinoya, you can go Nishinoya and maybe like Kaguya or Hinata or like Kageyama. Something like that. Yeah. I gotta fix my team. God damn it. One sec. I think Sakuza was on serve. Let's see. By the way, if Ione comes out a week early, does that mean that all SPs are coming out a week early? There is a possibility that is the case. I would say prepare just in case for, I believe it's Tsukishima that's coming out next. After Ione, that might be March 25th. That could also be April 1st. We don't know. So that's the Twitch side of things. Let me quickly go on YouTube. Okay, once it comes out, you'll see me rocking Midorima and Akashi so hard, I can't lie. The characters I want in Kuroko's basketball, I want Midorima. I want, oh shoot, I'm so bad with names. I want Midorima. I want Aomine. I just watched the show. Give me a second. I want one of Aomine, Taiga, or what's his name? Kyoto, the yellow haired dude. I want one of those 3 plus Midorima, because it's 3v3, and then I want the purple haired dude, the center, the one with the long ass name. I'm waiting for Komori and Espione. If I pull both, I have 4 bonds on my team. Yo, that's gonna be sick. Between SP Oikawa and Ushijima, who should I dupe to SR2? Probably Oikawa. Again, I don't have all the information, but they tend to have really good abilities for setters in terms of skill res. Like, I would have really liked to actually go SR2 Akashi, but probably not going to. Is Beach Trio better than Ushijima, Oikawa, Tendo. So it's actually not Tendo, it's Iwaizumi. And I think, honestly, I think the Ushijima, Oikawa, Tendo, fucking Tendo, Iwaizumi is the better trio. SR2 Ushi can spam his ult, I think. That would probably have to be SR4, no? Would you recommend Komori or Nishinoya? So Komori, if you look at his skills, it kind of helps the team. Like allied back row players. When your sides perform the next spike, the spiking player's awareness increased by 15%. There's a lot of reading here, but it basically gives his buff, receive the next. And then there's his ultimate. When your side performs the next spike, the spiking player's attack technique increased by 20%. So he helps the team more, whereas Nishinoya kind of helps himself more. Think they'll continue overlapping SPs? I know they want to catch up to JP, so I'm thinking with certain SP characters, they will. And there might be some that they don't. Like they're doing with Ione, I think because they feel like the community is not really hyped for Ione, so they're just like, we're just gonna slide him in. I can see them doing this for Tendo, after the twins, or no, sorry, he's before the twins. So like that kind of area. I can see them doing it with potentially Iwaizumi. I can see them potentially doing it with like Kanji and Kunimi and all these guys, like all the SPs that don't really have that much hype around them. I can definitely see them dropping them early. I have SP Bokuto and SP Akashi, and I hope I will pull Ione. Well, good luck to you. Alzheimer's with the names. It's not even Alzheimer's, it's just like I know the names for the most part, but I can't match them with the character's face. Like the other day, people were like, "Oh, Akashi's gonna be the first banner," and I'm like, "Is Akashi Midorima's point guard?" And no, that guy's name starts with like a T or something or a K. And I'm like, "Oh wait, Akashi's like the main dude." Coming up on my 7th day of playing the game, I don't know. I don't have any SPUR characters. Who's a good one to get? I would say if you can get the UR Sakusa, I should have canceled it. If you do get the enough tickets for the UR banner here, Sakusa is a really good UR. For SPs, I would skip Akashi, even though actually, if you can get Akashi with Sakusa, that'd be pretty good because Akashi is just a really good power setter. He's really good for providing crits and like because his awareness for his kit, like his player skills and stuff, it basically makes it he guarantees crits. Like it's crazy. But his so he's not like a necessity deal because there is the SP Oikawa that's going to come out in the future. So I'd say if you can get Sakusa, that'd be great. There's also the next UR banner after that's Komori. That's going to be pretty good. We have I would skip Akashi, skip Ione, and then there's Kuro Tsukishima after that. So I would go for them. So those are my kind of recommendations for a new team. Once your Pokemon series is done, will you replace it with K and B streams? So the Pokemon series is pretty much done. If you guys were paying attention to the last Pokemon stream on Thursday, we basically got to the end of the game, and the way I set up the game is I put it on hardcore mode, and I thought it was for difficulty changes, which it is, but on top of that, they made it so that certain Pokemon that could normally learn moves, we were trying to learn Toxic and Trick Room and all these like strategic moves, because those are the only ways we could win. They made it so that those moves were banned. So we're pretty much at the point where I can't progress in the game. So essentially the Pokemon series is done. Unless I watch a YouTube video and copy somebody's team, which at the very least I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do that. So the Pokemon series is essentially done. So that means that this Wednesday is going to be the first KNB stream. And depending on how that goes, we might just go straight into another stream on Thursday. So I will let you guys know in the Discord, as always. Dang, I want Kunimi. Kunimi is really good at SR2. Just letting y'all know, because he has a stamina recovery skill from the bench. Is it okay if I play with 2 setters in my team? Yeah, absolutely. Any more than that, I would say no, personally. Going for Kuro, then I'm skipping all the way for Ushijima and Tendo. Makes sense. Let's see. Destroyer says I'm going to stick with Beach Trio and get SB Karai. Okay, yeah, that works. I got skill res 2 on Bokuto and Akashi. Destroyer, how is skill res 2 Akashi? Because right now my skill res 1 Akashi, like it feels like every time he sets it's a guaranteed crit. And then when he spikes, or sorry, what the spiker who spikes is also pretty much a guaranteed hit. What kind of numbers are you seeing based off that? Because my Bokuto, so in Team Morale Awakening, if my Akashi crit sets, my Bokuto gets as low as 650,000 and he gets as high as like 1 million. I love this. So with my wallpaper, whenever the Yachi's telling us to play practice matches, she replaces Bokuto on the spike. Okay, I need to quickly... I took a look at Twitch and YouTube. Now I gotta look at TikTok. TikTok's probably just been asking me questions. Let me quickly go through these. Is Akashi SP good without Bokuto? Yes, in a power team. With Sakuza, even like a skill res 4 Aaron. With Kurai, he's really good. Is this game good? Certain aspects of it. Is Iona coming early? We already talked about that. How do you get the background? Through the volleyball pass. You have to pay for it though. Hey, best SSR because 10 more spin. I'll have the SSR wish. I only have Levi on me or Lev. I think he meant Lev. If you're a new account, best SSRs to get early are probably the SSR Akashi. If you can't get the SP one, there's the Tanaka and the Iwaizumi as well. Are there any codes working? There's a couple right now. There's one sec. There is one code for the month of March. It is HIQ. So let me put it in. I already used it, but for those of you who didn't use it yet, there's HIQ gift Mar, and this gives you 2 SP tickets, I believe. So there you go. Okay, let's see. Just trying to speed run through these. Oh my god, it doesn't let me. There you go. The Kuroko basketball game looks fire, to be honest. It looks really good. I just hope that I'm able to play it on PC. Okay, it doesn't let me. That's so annoying. It auto scrolls. I wish I could stop that. Bokuto is so conditional, I'm crying. Especially for like new accounts, he definitely is. Are you playing Kuroko's rival? We are on Wednesday. Murasaki Bara, that's his name, yes. Is there a free Genjima? There will be. There should be. I'll say they should be. Sometime in the summer, there will be a 30-day event. You just log in, kind of like the 7-day Tsukishima one, and then you get a free SP Genjima. Did you get the SP Bokuto? I got a Bokuto and Akashi. This game is Haikyu Fly High. Isn't it in the title? It's in the title of the stream. Yeah, goof. Is the characters out worth summoning for? The UR one? So the Sakuza is, but he's only here for another 2 days. And then the one after this, so the Komori, is also worth it. You getting SP Iona? Yes. Are SP/UR bonds necessary? At this point, yes, especially duo bonds. Levi Ackerman? I think he meant Lev. Can you show me the team so I can make a screenshot? What was the team? Oh, I had it up. God dang it. Okay, I'll do it in a second. Let's see. How did you and M-Dot play the TCG online? So there's a game. The game is called Tabletop Simulator, where you can play board games and card games and stuff. And then somebody on Reddit posted that they made the extension for the TCG. So you just put in Haikyu TCG Tabletop Simulator, and then you just import it in. How far behind on the team reviews? About 100. Okay. Are the players in the peak / gym challenge real? The gym challenge, half of them are. The peak challenge, I think all of them are. So the team I recommended, what is this team for me? Oh, I'm using this in the Akashi event. This is my defense lineup. And this is my club contest lineup. Okay, I'll just do this, not click cancel. So you wanted, so you had Bokuto, and then you wanted the SP Oikawa. You wanted the SP Ushijima. You wanted the SP Iwaizumi. And then there was one more character, was there not? Kuro. There was the Kuro. So imagine everybody here is an SP except for Komori and Akashi. Literally, just do that. On rotational wise though, I would do probably that. So if you want to take a screenshot, Mr. Cox. Will the previous SP banners return after a while? So we're gonna have to see, because the UR Sakuza with the UR Komori, and then after it's the UR Kageyama, and then after that I don't know what's gonna happen. Also, funnily enough, I was playing this game, I think it was 2 nights ago, and I fell asleep while I was playing because it was like late at night. So my 5 attempts are kind of weird now. I'm at stage 29 because I stopped here and I fell asleep, and then the thing reset to 5. So now it's gonna take me a little bit, an extra day to finish. That's kind of funny. What the hell's in my inventory? Oh, I got an Aaron fragment. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it in terms of like updates and stuff. I low-key could do, I still need to do this. I just keep forgetting, but my team rating hasn't gone up that much. So my club contest score for this week so far is 6.9 million, and then for specialty trial I actually got 4, or did I get 5 million? I got 5.6 million on specialty trials. So I'm finally at that stage where I'm actually able to carry a little. I'm 4th on that. This is you. 3.3 million. You're in the upper echelon. Yeah, so this is one of my friends. He's at 2.7. I believe he's still using the Yamamoto strat. I believe. Honestly, I haven't seen him in a while. You know what I'm scared of? The possibility of making another tier of characters higher than SP. If they do that, the game will just be 100% dead and I'll just stop playing. Maybe. Maybe. Honestly, it could go either way. It could either be like people drop out or people come back. You know what I mean? Switch EY with Ushi. No, EY basically a lib at this point. Yeah, I think he does have pretty good receive abilities. Is your club available? I don't think so. I need to, no, if I'm being totally honest. Well, actually, I should have done this last week. So at the end of the week, what I should do is I should go to, I believe it's benefits. And then I should just scroll down to like all the people who have done like nothing. Like you see this? you see how there's a lot of nothing? Now this week, now today it's a new week, so that's why I, give people the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of each week, I should go through and just see if there's anybody who's not playing at all, and then I'll just remove them. And then I can kind of announce, if you want to join, you can. I believe last time I checked, so we're 74th in the world. That's pretty good. I think we were like 50 something last night when the reset just happened. But typically we hover around the spot number 100. But it looks like now that my club contest is pretty decent, we're actually, a little bit higher than usual. Could you show some gameplay? I want to see if you should start playing, or if I should start playing. I will do a club contest run or 2. Is this game out? Brother. Yes. This game's been out for a while now. We club contest score? Get out of here. Is yours 6.9 million? I don't think so. Okay, so are you gonna play the Kuroko game? Yes. Wednesday. Stay tuned. We will be playing. Okay, so how I line up for club contest, there's... Am I gonna clip this into a video? Probably not, actually. I want to do like a I definitely want to make like a separate video at some point, but again, I'm pretty busy this week. Oh, the TCG is not a mod. It technically is a mod, but you just have to import it. It's already made. Oh, damn, I'm not that far from a team rating. This is my club contest. So for club contest, like, this is my actual team at the moment. But for club contest, is the Mia Twins and Korai in the game? Well, there's one guy. I just don't have the twins. Okay, so how I line up for club contest is there's a couple things. So first, lineup specialty. So the opponent is block. So if you look up here, what counters block is gonna be quick. So we first need to make a quick attack team. So if you go into player selection here, we have Kuro, we have Kuro, we have Tsukishima, we have Kageyama, and we have Hinata to cover the quick attack team type. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is a team specialty. So we have Karasuno here. Evidently, we literally have 6 players here. Now, for those of you who are kind of in this spot where you don't know who to pull because you have so many characters, consider getting dupes of Tanaka, because his skill res 4, when scoring with Super Inner Cross, so that's his ultimate, players on your side gain plus 40 power attack stat. Can be triggered 1 time per set. So the thing is, with Club Contest and Specialty Trial, it is only 1 set. So that's why you're going to have 40 plus power attack to every character for the entire 5 minutes of Club Contest. So that's why he starts, because of pretty much the strategy is to do like a bad or normal serve. You want the rally to come back to you, and then you want to score Tanaka, and then you make your subs. So the reason why I have 2 setters here, I have Sugawara because of his ability. So he cuts everybody's stamina in half by 50, and then he replenishes them by 15 for 4 rounds. So the main thing with club contest is you want to prioritize Aaron here, because his ultimate is he performs a power spike with 270% of his power attack stat. And then when he performs a power spike, he consumes a lot of stamina to increase the spike power by a certain percentage. And then when you replenish the stamina, it kind of repeats, right? So essentially you want to replenish stamina, use it, replenish stamina, use it. And so what it does is it just boosts his stats. And then he gets the second wind stack for every 10 stamina consumed. And then at the end of each turn, consume all stacks. For each stack consumed, restore 4 stamina. So again, replenish, 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 and then we consume. For skill resonance, again, if you can get him, you only need skill res 2, because this is for just stamina recovery again. But you want the second wind stack thing here. So those are 2 characters you definitely want to dupe. I think those are the only ones I have that are relevant here. I do have skill res 2 Bokuto, but he's not necessary. So there is that. For your Libero, the memory, as you can see, is not Nishinoya's here. We have the Alba Josai memory on him. So when the equippers receive result is not bad, so in club contest, that rarely happens. Increase your side's next power spike or quick spike by 44%. So again, we're boosting essentially Aaron in this situation. It should be pretty easy for you guys to ascend, because again, this is a purple memory. So if you do your summons, you should be able to pick it up. Even just having it at rank 1 is still pretty good. So that's what we have on the Nishinoya. And then I believe that's it for the starting lineup. And then on the bench, so there's the SP Akashi. So basically, to summarize, because I'm not going to go like all the way in depth for it, but basically his awareness is at like 100% with all of his skills, the potentials I have on him, his memory. So basically he's guaranteed a crit set, and when he's setting and it's critical, the spiker is almost guaranteed to have a critical spike, which again will rack up your score in club contest. There is Oikawa who can do it as well, but you need him at skill res 4, I think. Or is it skill res 2? It's either 2 or 4. You basically just don't need him at, or you need him at higher than 1, which is why I don't use him. If you have the SSR Akashi though, let me take out Daichi real quick. If you have the SSR Akashi, even him at level 20. Hello? Oh, I can't dupe him. God, man. Give me a second. Even him at level 20, because of which one is it? Is it this one? His selfless flow, so his training ability. When Akashi performs a critical set, your side's next spike is guaranteed to be a critical. So you need to build this Akashi with awareness. The SP one like naturally does it, but with this Akashi, you literally just need like 4 potentials. If you can get all 6, that'd be great. But anything that just increases awareness so that he can get as many critical sets as possible. And then you can set to Aaron, you can set to the SP Bokuto to get a guaranteed critical spike. You'll get like a million score based off of that, if you have the right setup, of course. So that is why, even if you don't have the SP one, if you have a level 20 Akashi, I was using this one, it was still pretty effective. So let's put you back and let's put, who did I have? It was Daichi. And then the last thing is actually Daichi himself. Not his skills, but his memory. That's the wrong button, but it's fine. So, increases equippers receive stat by 10%. While the equippers on the court, your side's power type players receive 1 stack of grit. For every 20 stamina consumed, each stack increases power spike by 2%, up to 10 stacks. And then again, because we're consuming a lot of stamina with Aaron and then resetting, he's going to be getting a lot of power attack boost. So that's the starting members on the court. Those are the characters on the bench. And then once the game starts, we score with Tanaka. And then after we score Tanaka, Nishinoya is also going to come in like this. So this is how the lineup's going to look. We're going to score with Tanaka, and then our subs are going to look like this, and like this. And then once Sugawara is done with stamina recovery, we're going to bring in Hirugami, because Hirugami's immovable block, if you have 4 stacks of it, increase your next spike power by 15% for 2 net crossings. Cool. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. As you can see, lineup specialty is none, but it does not matter once the game starts. So that is how it is. The only thing is, I can't actually bring in Daichi for this club contest week, and I will explain why in a second here. Where the heck? There you go. So the reason why I can't bring in Daichi is because you only get 4 subs, and after Sugawara does his stamina recovery, we want him off the court as much as possible, because if you have both Akashi and Sugawara setting, the game kind of fluctuates between the two of them. Akashi gives the crit sets, Sugawara does not. I don't think I've ever seen him give 1 critical set. So, and even so, when he does do a critical set, it does not mean your spiker is going to be a critical spike. So that's why we want to get him off as much as possible. So with the 4th sub, we do this. And then we have Nishinoya in with the Hinata in the back row. But typically what I would do is I would do like this. It'd be like this, but that's 5 subs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So typically this would be the most ideal lineup for club contest if you can get this to happen. But because this week we need the quick attack specialty, I can't start with one of Daichi or Aaron. So I have to start with the Hinata, and that kind of messes things up. But at the very least, Hinata's receivability. After this, all players on your side gain 12% basic stats, so it still helps. Alrighty, so with all of that being said, let us get into some attempts. There's going to be a lot of resets, just letting you guys know right now, because I kind of know when shit's going good and when shit is not going good. Bro, I misclicked on recruit and on UR and got Sakuza. I literally told you on the team to get Sakuza, so that's actually a good thing. I'm not really locked in right now, but basically you want to do normal or bad serves. What you can do is you can do you can do it to like a certain side of the court. For my 6.9 million attempt, for whatever reason, when I served it to the left side and I did normal, it extended the rally a lot. So I don't know why. I don't know if that was a fluke. So we're just gonna truck along here. So again, we want the ball to come over, so if it doesn't, we just restart. My SR1 Bokuto spikes about 400k max with UR Kageyama. How high would the numbers be with Akashi? My SR2 Bokuto goes as high as 1 million with SR1 Akashi. So we're gonna try to score here with Mr. Tanaka to get that 40% boost, which we did. Now we go and make our subs. So we're gonna go like this. We are gonna save our last substitute for the Hirugami for Sugawara. Now the thing is, a lot of it is down to luck. I'm not gonna lie. My attempt yesterday, I did normal serves to the left, and for whatever reason, they kept bouncing back. So we're just gonna hope that that starts to happen again. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Deku's in the chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you can be here, that's great. If not, then it is what it is. So yeah, I'm kind of just testing a theory here because I had it like bounce back like 5 times, I think, in the last one. In my 6.9 million attempt, so we'll see. So again, we want Akashi setting. It's a crit set, so then Aaron's spike is basically guaranteed to be a crit. The score is 3-0. So what I always forget to do is to sub out the Sugawara, so we're gonna do it now. Because if he sets, it pretty much like it's a huge difference, like the crit sets versus not crit sets. At least the Akashi one specifically. So hopefully this gets through, which it does. And then the moment we hit T-Morale Awakening, we want to, like, see that? 28,000, and then Aaron was only 200,000 that time, so it makes a difference. Oh, we get another go. Once we hit T-Morale Awakening, we want to set to Bokuto immediately. So there's a 500,000 spike. That was Sugawara's last one, so he's now going to get subbed out for Hirugami. T-Morale Awakening is now a thing. So now we have to hope that as soon as possible, we get the ball back. So that Mr. Bokuto can spike. And hopefully it's not set by Nishinoya. That's the main thing. So that was not great. Can we receive, please? There you go. And then we're going to spike with Bokuto. Hopefully this is a crit. It is 856,000. So we're already at 2.7 million. It could be better. It could be worse. We basically were looking for those that like kind of bounce back and forth, so that we can just like spam ultimates. How do you get Aaron spikes that high? You need to build you need to build strength on him, and then you have to hope that he gets critical spikes. And the main way to do that, at least for my team, is to have Akashi set to him, because Akashi, when his set is critical, it's basically guaranteed to be a critical spike. Hirugami, can you stop, please? So this is the part of club contest that gets annoying, is when your blocker goes crazy, or the opponent just can't receive, you know, something like that. Or we get, you know, we get serve aces. So it doesn't look like we're gonna hit it in this one, but I'll go through the full attempt just for this one. Let's do a bad serve this time. Hopefully you can receive it. It looks like this is gonna get blocked as well. Oh wait, it gets through. Then we go to Mr. Aaron. It's a crit set by Akashi. There's another 420,000. So that's kind of the name of the game here. So the thing is, so a lot of people are like, you know, my Aaron only does this much. So the thing is, it's like, oh, that's not bad. So the thing is, it's like, you need a good setup around him, is what I noticed. So you need like a setter like Akashi. So again, there is the SR2 UR Oikawa, that's not bad. There is the SSR Akashi. There is trying to remember. I want to say there's, oh no, there's the Shirabu memory. If you have a setter with the Shirabu memory, that one also helps a lot. Please come back. Oh, I hope this is not Nishinoya. Okay, good. Crit set. 1 million score there with Mr. Bokuto. So, the reason why that happened was because of... Oh, shoot, I should have gone with the setter down here. Dang it. The reason why that happened was because of Akashi and Bokuto's ability when they're in Team Morale Awakening. They just give like a stupid boost. I should have done the setter dump again. God damn it. So basically, if the setter is not Akashi, then you're kind of screwed. At least in my team. Because again, we need as many critical sets or critical spikes as possible. And that's my main way of doing it. So if there was a world where I had no, libero setting, that'd be great. So there's another crit set. There's another crit spike, and I think that's a new high. I think I got a new high with 100,000. So there you go. That is how it's done. Can Kageyama be a good setter for Aaron? Oh yeah, Kageyama is a good one as well. And I will show why. Unless, is this skill rest 2? So Kageyama's strength increases by 20%. So remember, strength is the multiplier that helps your crits after the critical is applied. Awareness is what makes criticals happen. Let's see. So I believe M. uses skill res 4 Kageyama. I think skill res 1 is fine though. When he sets the spiker's quick attack stat increased by 18%, so that's not great for Aaron. Serve, critical serve. That's not bad. So if he's in the serving position and he gets a critical serve. Let's see. When your side performs a serve, setter, dump, or spike, 1 stack is consumed to increase the awareness of the touching player by 20% and strength. Yes, so this is the main thing. Make sure you do your training ability with Kageyama. And he is very good with helping awareness and strength. So if I look at my Aaron build, so as you can see, it's pretty average, right? It's just like a decent power attack rating. But the main thing is if I go to player development and I go to growth and I go to stats info, as you can see, 62.4% strength from like the get-go. The awareness, I should put more into it. I realized this afterwards. But you don't need it depending on how you get critical spikes. So in my case, because I have Akashi to do it, I don't really need to build awareness that much. But for some people out there who maybe don't have like an easy avenue to get critical spikes, you might want to build awareness a little bit more. So strength being 62.4% off rip. So that's without, I believe, memory involved. I know that it does involve potentials. So if you look at my potential build at slot 2, I have strength at 40%. There's another one here at 3.2%. Here's another one at 6.4%. Awareness is 3.2. Strength again 12.8. So yeah, that's how we got to that number. His memory, does it do it? No, that's attack technique. But again, you have what's his name? Akashi. So his skill, like, I believe it's this one. No, that's for him himself. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah. When Akashi's set is critical, your side's next spiking player's awareness increased by 50%, up to 50% of Akashi's awareness up to 60%. If the spike is a power spike, the spiking player's awareness additionally increased by 50. So that's, almost guaranteed to be 100%. You know what I mean? So that's why it's almost guaranteed that my spikes are critical when he sets, because it's going to a power attack player. So that's why. Also, there is I think Oikawa's setter dump. Yeah, so you might want to consider using this. So Oikawa performs an unblockable setter dump with 115% of his set stat. While Oikawa is on the court, increases strength of power type players on your side by 20%. So, say for example you don't have Tanaka for that first point, you might want to consider just doing this. Just to do it. If the rally keeps going, that's great. You can score with somebody else. But you might just want to do that to get that strength boost again to Aaron, to your SP Bokuto, whatever the case may be. So I shouldn't build awareness on my SP Bokuto if I also have SP Akashi. Pretty much. Where is mine? I think mine has a decent mix of both, potentially. Yeah, 10 and 52, so... if you want to rack up like high scores, you need your spikers to maximize their strength and obviously their power attack and stuff. And then you want your setters slash your support characters to either help boost their strength, help boost their power attack, or guarantee them critical spikes, which will typically be done by your setter. Like I said, even if you don't have the SP Akashi, the SSR one, because of his one ability, as you can see, mine's at level 20. You don't even need him to be that high ranking, because of Selfless Flow. When Akashi performs a critical set, your side's next spike is guaranteed to be a critical. So if you want to build his awareness, so I think his is like at 30%, 38% for me, which could be even higher if I leveled him up to like level 70. But the thing is, because I was planning on getting the SP one, I was like, I'll stop at level 20. Other little tips, Yamamoto, his training ability, if you don't have other ways of stamina consumption with Aaron, while Yamamoto's on the court, when your side scores, restores 10 stamina to the teammate with the lowest stamina. There's also Kita, but he has to be at skill res 4, I believe. When Kita performs a receive without conceding a point, your team morale increases by 10, so that's also a good help with Bokuto. While he's on the court, the teammate who casts an ultimate skill recovers 10 stamina. So again, because you saw there a couple times the ball bounced back and forth after I did an ultimate, I was able to do an ultimate again with Aaron, so like repeat it. And so with that being the case, he would recover an extra 10 stamina with Kita. I don't think Skill Res 2 does it. Yeah, Skill Res 2 is just for his... this one, I believe. Kita's also a pretty good player to have. So if you don't have like Daichi, for example, or his memory, you can use Kita. There is that. I think that's it. I feel like low-key I should be using Komori when I have the team bond already. That might help. Because I believe... that's for the opponent. Nishinoya's awareness increased by 100%. So, okay, so this is the good thing, though. Your team's set skill cooldowns are reduced by 2 net crossings, so there's that at least. Let's see. When your team performs a critical ball touch, the cooldown of kick save is reduced by 1 net crossing. So again, I feel like low-key I should have been using Komori. I might get a higher score if I use Komori. Because this is when he sets, at the very least. Oh, you know what? There's a higher chance of a crit happening when Komori sets than Nishinoya. You know what? Let's run it. Let's run it. So we already have this going on. So let's bring you in. Shoot, I do have to swap the memories. 1 second. So even Komori's memory, it's not bad. While the equipper is on the court, when your side's players use a receive skill, the receiving player recovers 2 stamina, but we don't care about that in this situation. All right, let's run it again. Is there online versus mode with randoms in Tabletop Simulator? No, I think you have to do it with a friend. Oh, my emulator bugging. Not even bugging. I think I just have to turn notifications off. When is the SPA Ionic chain pack coming out? It should be out on Wednesday as well. Oh, that's not good. Save it. God damn it. Let's see. Could you show your potentials on Bokuto? I definitely could. Oh shit, Shin's in the chat. Damn. The hater himself. The strength I almost beat. Don't worry, I'm about to get 65% strength on Aaron. What's your club contest score though? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Okay, that didn't work. Kita would be a fun SP, yeah. Like you would think they would drop one with the SP twins, but they went nope, SP Tendo instead. I'm like, okay, buddy. Whatever you say. Okay, can we like, hello? Can we? Okay. What's the chain pack for Ione like? So depending on when you started, there was a couple of these already. So there was an Aaron chain bag, which in hindsight would have been nice to invest in. But there was also the Practice Oikawa, the SSR, that had a chain pack. That was the only way to get him at the time. Oh my god, dude. And there was the Aaron. There was, I think, was there a Kita as well? I think there was a Kita chain pack. And basically, the thing is though, you had to use money, but essentially it gave you easier access to the player dupes and all that stuff. So with the SPA Ione, I think it's gonna be the same thing. So I'm probably, I don't know, I have to take a look at the chain pack and the value of it. I'm probably gonna pull just one regularly on stream, and then afterwards, I might go for SR2 based off of the chain pack, but that just depends. There was one for SSR Akashi as well. That one I'm actually happy I didn't invest in because that would have been a yikes. But the thing is, I kind of knew from, okay, can we, I kind of knew from for a while now that I was going to go for Beach Trio, so I knew I was going to get the SP Akashi, so that's why it was never really a priority to get either the UR Bokuto or the SSR Akashi for me. I only got the Akashi recently because of the club contest, but here we are. So not the best start, but we'll truck along here. Imagine the SP Daichi that's a nice spiker. You can have the back row. You can have back row with SP Akashi. Or, oh, SP Asahi Link. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool indeed. I need to sub brother out before I forget. Can you make your club available? Probably next week. So what I'll do is I'll wait for this week to end, and then whoever's like not contributing to the club, we will then start exiling members. I don't even know if exiling is the right word. Okay. This is the problem when using Hirugami. He's a little bit too good, so he makes things a little bit too difficult. Let's try a normal serve here. Nope, that didn't work. Are you excited for Ione? Yeah. You know, because I always knew I was going for Beach Trio because when the game first started, the Beach Trio was already. Can we like send it back? Okay. I should stop doing normal serves for this one. The Beach Trio was already a thing, so I already knew I was gonna skip the UR Bokuto because he's one of my favorite characters from the show. And I always wanted to complete the trio. So yeah. Excited, very excited. There's a million spike right there. If you were able to give players SPs with a link, who would you choose? I would do. Yeah, so I I wanted a SP Tanaka and Yamamoto, and that ended up happening, so that's fun. By the way, this run's dead. This is not. It's not happening. But the I think, yeah, Daichi Azumane would make the most sense. The only thing is there is a Sugawara that's already out, so it's like, oh my god, it wasn't a crit. But I don't know. I guess that could be a dual link. I do want to SP Aaron as well. I feel like that's just justified. Bro, you're not using Tanaka for the 40% boost? I did though. I did in the beginning. Does he have to stay on the court? Yeah, no, I did it in the beginning. Yeah, I need to get stupid lucky here. Just need to score in the first spike. Yeah. What potentials does Aaron have? He has... I don't think I can check here, can I? Well, you can see the image, but I can't click on it. I'll show you guys after. So yeah, I kind of knew from like minute 3, 2.5-ish that this run was dead, but it's fine. We run it. We'll see what happens. If I can get a multiple hit on this next rally here, 5.4, I can maybe get another million with Aaron. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Well, that's not gonna help. Doing it with a Komori is not gonna help. So 5.7 million. If we could have got maybe one more Bokuto spike plus one more Aaron spike, might have been able to do that. But it's okay. It is what it is. We hit a high score in the stream. What's going on here? We got Onigiri. There you go. I don't think I got. I did not. Who's contacting me? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Player achievements. Score 5,000 times the middle blockers. Jeez. Okay, so somebody want to see Bokuto potentials. So we have 4 of Morale Surge. The reason being, when spiking, increase your team morale by 5 points so that we can get to Team Morale Awakening faster. And then while your side is in Team Morale Awakening, increases players' awareness by 10% and strength by 20%. So that not only helps Bokuto himself, that helps, you know, Aaron and people around him. The second one, we have Awareness Enhancement to increase awareness stat by 7.5%. So that's at slot 3 and 5, again, to get critical spikes. Which I guess, in theory, I don't need to have here, but there's no, like, 2-piece strength. I would have to get strength in the substat. So I might change that. I might consider changing that. So there's that. Isn't Power Vibe better? It's a good alternative. But the thing is with Bokuto, because he can only do his ultimate in Team Morale Awakening, we want to get to that as soon as possible, you know what I mean? So... it's not bad. It's not bad. You can do either or. So there's that one. Everybody's asking for potential now. Okay, so first it was Bokuto. And then for Aaron, we have 4-piece of status enhancement. So when stamina is below 70 points, increases awareness by 10%. When recovering stamina, increases strength by 10%. So again, with Aaron, consumes stamina, replenishes it, consumes it, replenishes it. So it just keeps going. And then we have 2 of morale surge just for the power attack increase. I should low-key do awareness enhancement, I think, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but it's not the end of the world for me. But for you guys, I would consider it. And then what was the next name? Is it still a popular game or did it die out? It died out for a little bit, and then it kind of got back when Bokuto came out, and now it's going back down. But with Kuroko's Basketball coming out this Wednesday, it's gonna have some competition. Somebody asked for the Kenma build, so I have 4 of Set or Dump. So there's that, and I have 2 of Precise Set. So there is that. Somebody said for Sakuza. So I have 4 of Power Vibe, and then I have 2 of Assist Receive. What's your Akashi potential? So Akashi, again, I have 4 for Set or Dump, and then I have 2 for Awareness Enhancement. Again, increases awareness by 7.5% because we want him to critical set as much as possible. How would you feel if they added women characters? It'd be cool. It'd be cool. As long as they make them like comparable to, like, you know, as long as the UR, if they do a UR one, as long as it's a UR. If it's a SB one, as long as it's comparable to an SB. Let's see, Oikawa. So the thing is with Oikawa and my older URs, I have not done. Oh, I have been updating them. I haven't been updating like the older ones, so like Ushijima, for example. I've had this set since like November, I think. This one I've recently upgraded, so I have 4 of the Precise Set, and I have 2 of Awareness Enhancement again for critical sets. What is the main stat for Bokuto slot 2? That would be Strength. Strength is the one you always want for your Wing Spiker. So as you can see, I have Strength for... I have double Strength going on here for Bokuto. And then for... let's see, for Aaron, also have Strength. So again, Strength is what does the calculation after a critical spike. Let's see. Taz says, hello, I need some advice. I'm a new player, still at level 30. Yesterday I got SP Bokuto. Should I get SP Akashi? My setter is currently only SSR Shirabu and I only have 11,000 diamonds. Thanks. So does your SSR Shirabu have his own memory? If that is the case, I would say you actually don't need the SP Akashi. Do I have Shirabu? So actually, I don't remember his skills. Unwavering. When he sets to a spiker with the power attack trait, so that would be this, I think. The power spike gains additional 8%, so that's good. Shirabu's got a dump. Increase Shirabu's awareness by 9%, so that will trigger hopefully more critical sets. Activating the ace performs a set with 210% of his set stat. For this set, his awareness increased by 10% again. So it's pretty good. The only thing is, it doesn't guarantee that your spiker's spike will be critical, but it will increase the chance of that happening. But the reason why I asked about his memory, again, even if you have the SP Akashi and you can't get the SP memory for whatever reason, you can get the Shirabu memory. So it increases Equipper set stat by 8%. When Equipper performs a critical set, increases strength of your side spikers by 16% when they perform power spikes. So you can put that on pretty much any setter. Oh my god, they keep popping up. Oh my god. This always happens, my goodness. Alrighty. So the power scaling has Kageyama above Oikawa, but in your ranking you had the other way. So the thing is, with if you're looking at my like, tier lists and stuff, that was a long time ago. And also like, so the reason why I point out stuff like that is for club contests and specialty trials specifically. If we're talking about the game generally, it's so weird. In other game modes, I feel like you just need to focus on like player and team rating. Like it feels like those numbers and those things just don't matter, but in club contests they do. So it depends on what game mode you're playing. Okay, what to do now? What to do now? Let me double check the store situation. I can get a 4-star, so I will. Match streak. Is there a new match streak? A day and 10 hours. Okay, so I have to wait for that. Challenge store. So these two are already maxed out for me, so I don't want to do that. Legendary potential position selection is not the greatest. You want to get one that you can select a stat so that you can do like a strength on stat 2, for example. I have enough for a couple of these, but I'm gonna try and save for this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'll try. Cheer store, I just picked up the Inarizaki one. And dismantle, I don't need a dupe, and I've already done that. So it looks like we're good there. Store here, we're slowly working on those. Yeah, I think that's it. How have you gotten so much in the game? Just long time playing or pay to win? Both. Both. I've been playing since launch, so that would have been August 1st. Yeah, August 1st last year was when the game launched, so I've been playing since then. And then I started becoming more pay to win when I started making videos and stuff, because it was kind of seen as like an investment. But I'm not as bad. I'm not as bad. What do you mean he's the definition of pay to win? Go check out freaking M Dot, who has not only a skill res 5 Kenma, he has maxed like rating stuff. You want to see pay to win? You want to see pay to win? Like, hold on, ranking. So this guy, Mr. MG3, I don't think he's in the chat today, but you know, there's a reason why he's first. You know what I mean? His Hinata, for example, level 3 of 3, level 3 of 3, level 3 of 3, level 5 of 5, memory, rank 5. Imagine how many tickets that costs. You can imagine. And it's like that for every single one of his characters. So, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. Dude, 220,000 team rating. I'm almost at 180. Also, M.Dot is not up here because he's not using diamonds for his attempts. But usually M.Dot's like in the top 10. Yeah. But I think he's in the same club as this guy, I believe. I need to work on extreme training. Low key? Should we just keep going? I just kind of keep going till I stop winning. So, why is my team rating? Oh yeah, Komori. You gotta remember to put his memory back on him. There you go. So 179 is my team rating. This should be back row wing spiker. Yes, it is. Do we know when the SP... Who? Who's that? Nantes? Oh, rebanners. I was like, what character is that? Do we know when the SP rebanners will come out? We're thinking it's after Kageyama, but we don't know. I hope this game blows up and they add so much more because I'm obsessed. Honestly, well, people think it's going in the opposite direction. Don't worry, mate. No need to be offended by being called out for emptying your pocket. I'm not emptying it. I'm just like, I'm going into it a little bit. What do I do with the purple diamonds? So those you can spend at in the store for like the daily stamina and daily diamond offer in special offers, I think it's called. Those are pretty worth it in my opinion. You can just dump them into your blue diamonds. I would say only do that at the very end. Like I would get every day I would do this one. So the daily stamina, you get 60 stamina for 30 of them, and then this one you get 80 diamonds for 60 of them. I would just honestly continue to do that, but the SP Ione chain pack is coming out, and there's a possibility that you're going to use those diamonds for the chain pack. So I would hold on to that just in case, but just letting you know. Affair is heading out, so see you later. Again, no stream tomorrow, so the next stream will be Wednesday. He's in the same club with Lord Kando. Okay. These guys are... Oh, so M.Dot's in the second club. Okay, I see. How do you think URs will work after Kageyama's rebanner is done with? I think they'll probably do SP rebanners, and then after... They're probably will just do it again, or there'll be like a UR select maybe. I feel like the chain pack will be a lot of those diamonds though. Well, the thing is, you just need to get to the point where you can get one Ione from the chain pack, you know what I mean? Because I believe with the chain pack, if you do every single one, which is gonna be a lot of money, if you do every single thing in the chain pack, you should get skill res 5 Ione, or at the very least skill res 4. So you only need to get to one, which I think it's doable with like 1,000 star gems, if I remember. The other chain packs came out so long ago, I don't remember. Do you have a part-time job, or is this the part-time job? Well, this is definitely not. Well, I am making a little bit on doing this, but not like enough. If I'm being totally honest, but I do have a job outside of this. So I kind of use this as my part-time thing that I'm trying to make full-time. It's just a warehouse job. It's nothing crazy. Well, I hope this blows up for you because I love your content, my man. Well, thank you very much. That means a lot. Yeah, that's the plan. Again, I'm at this point though with the channel and stuff that I'm gonna do a little bit of like reworking essentially, because the team review content is gonna be less now. The Kuroko's basketball is gonna come in. There should be a decent amount of, you know, traction with that, at the very least on TikTok. Again, that's kind of how I started my following, was on TikTok, converted people over. So I'm going to try to do that with Kuroko's basketball as well. So there's going to be a little bit of, you know, I guess, rebalancing with the content. And then, again, I do want to bring in other kind of styles of content from other communities and stuff and bring it into this one to kind of stand out a little bit. Wait, there's a Kuroko's basketball game like this? Yes, there is. If you are in North America, the release is this Wednesday, so we will be streaming that. So the Wednesday stream, the first half will be Ione, second half will be Kuroko's basketball. And that is real-time PvP. You can play against other people. So that's why I'm pretty hopeful with that. Because I think the thing with that is I feel like the community on that is going to be doing a lot of like character reviews, you know, free to play guides and stuff like that. I'm going to be making a lot of content on just straight up like playing the game. Like I'm going to be like I'll probably do some challenges. I'll probably do like center only, you know, shooting guard only, you know, I'll do stuff like that. Same game makers? No, it's a different studio. Or studio's not the right word. Dev team. What should I grind on to get lots of recruit tickets? The specialty trial's not bad for that. The last time I played, I think Kageyama UR was in the rate ups. It was his first appearance, so that would have been December? you finally need some skill. Hey, I'm a decent sports game player, okay? So we'll see. No promises. So yeah, the Wednesday stream is basically gonna be like, you know, this is my first. What the hell was that? This is my first day on well, how should I title the video? Yeah, like my first day on Kuroko's Basketball Street Rival, something like that. And then I'll make another video kind of essentially doing a rundown of like what to do and stuff. Oh, by the way, will you be doing matches against us? Hell yeah. I'm gonna be doing, so basically because you can do 3v3s, I think you can do 2v2s and 1v1s as well. We're gonna be doing videos like against other content creators because I've already DM'd M Dot about it. He's on board. There is also another one I'm not gonna say because he hasn't said anything on his channel about it yet, but there's another content creator that I'm gonna be doing videos with, at least on my channel. And then we'll probably do games against you guys. We'll do games against randoms. I think there's a ranked mode. Like there's gonna be a lot of fun content with that game. Hopefully the game lives up to the hype. That's the one thing I'm like, I hope it's there. For gameplay wise, in terms of like views wise, Haikyu is so much more popular, so I know the views won't be as much. But yeah. Will the Kuroko's game only drop in North America? From what I know. When will it be released in EU? I don't know. Hopefully the comp from Kuroko's gets the Haikyu Fly High team to add some real-time PvP. That's going to take a lot for them. Because the thing is, the PvP was introduced in the JP version of Kuroko's. So that's why it was easy for them to import it into the, you know, global or NA version. Whereas in Haikyu, they would need to do it in JP first and then bring it over. MDOT will pay so much money for the KNB game. So from what I think is, at least, I don't know. I don't want to talk about somebody else spending money, but from what I kind of understood him saying was that he wasn't going to because I think he's sticking to Haikyu based off that. I think he's going to be kind of like how I was in the beginning, where it was only like monthly passes and stuff like that. Yeah, no, M.Dot's, he's gonna be on it though, that's the main thing. I've been playing it in JP. If it wasn't laggy, I would play the game so much. Well, I'm assuming you're from a region that's not close to JP, because of course it's gonna depend on your internet and your ping. That's one thing I'm also worried about, because you guys probably know that my internet on this PC anyways just kind of dies for the internet, so it cuts out for a second. I hope there's like a reconnection thing that lets me stay in the game and not just boot me out. I would love to go against you and grind rank if you're down. I would love to go against you and grind rank. Oh, I see. Again, because the game right now is in Japanese, I don't know what any of the menus say. I would assume you can't play a ranked game against your friends. That'd be cheating. But we can grind rank together and try to go upwards together. Unless that's what you meant. But the thing is, yeah, I would have to play with people who are in NA. Because if you're in the EU and you're like VPNing it or something like that, like respectfully, it's not gonna work. So right now we're just grinding through extreme training. Again, I haven't done this in so long. I don't know how high I can go. I'm pretty sure we'll just go with rank and assuming a game mode where you can go against your friends. I don't know. We'll sort it out. Could you show me where to get lots of recruit tickets again? Yeah. The thing is, so there's the specialty trial. If you're in the hell mode, at the very least, I don't remember the older ones, but if you're in the hell mode and you can get 4 million score, that gives you 5 tickets. There's also, oh, actually, which tickets are you talking about? So if we're talking about the purple ones, there is, so there's 5 here. Let's see. I don't think you get anywhere else actually directly. The purple ones. So in this store, I believe it's red and yeah, so not that one. I believe in free time, or no, they. Oh, whoops, that's not it. Unless they changed it. I think they might have changed it for UR tickets. So there's a UR ticket there. Yeah, they did change it. So before you used to be able to get SSR tickets here. So it looks like you're gonna have to use diamonds for the most part. There is the... Where is it? No, that's the regular. Is it growth offers? There. So at the very least, there's, so if you do 10 SSR tickets, it's gonna be 1500, but you have the ability to do 1350s. So that's kind of the best way. Dismantle store? Oh yeah. There's also the dismantle store here. So once per month you can get 10. Just dismantle your blue characters, and then you can get 150 of those tickets, and then you can get 10 there. I'm probably not gonna be able to beat this one, but we'll try. I just need a new game. Haikyu's dry right now. Shin vs. Royal and KNB will go down in the history books. Do you think they will start to make every new banner 1 week from each other to catch up to JP? I don't think they'll make it every banner. But they'll do it every, you know, so often. But their goal is to catch up for sure. The problem is with the JP team is like they're releasing new SP, so it's like every time they release a new SP, the global team gets behind. Would you be down to stream some Clash Royale, or do you not play that? I do not play that. How the hell did I win 5-2? So what did I get for that? 530. I got block movement. Very fun. Very fun indeed. What's one thing on the game they did about a character that you think doesn't match with the anime? The fact that Azumani dies after like 2 spikes, when he, I think, is the character in the anime for Karasuno that had the most games played, or second most games played, or something like that. So that's not fun. Same thing with Eren. Like, I feel like the Eren SR1 should have matched like Eren's ability in the anime, because Eren is a top 3 wing spiker as of the anime. Can you maybe explain how the SP Kunimi works? I have read that he's going to be useful for the rest of the game. So, I don't know exactly how it works, but apparently the Skill Res 2 SP Kunimi ability is he regains stamina for your team while he just sits on the bench. So as long as he's on your bench, your team will regain stamina, and when you're regaining more stamina, you can use ultimates and stuff more often. Because there was one time in club contest where I was trying to do a spike with Bokuto in Team Morale Awakening, but he had like 0 stamina, and so it said cannot cast spike ultimate due to lack of stamina or something like that. That would be totally good for club contest. No, exactly. That's why a lot of these club contest gurus are going to be getting him. Am I going to be doing it? Probably not. Especially with K and B, depending on the banners and that. I only have a limited amount of funds to spend. Do you think they will release more characters like Kiryu? I think they'll release him after the special comes out. So for those of you who don't know, there is the Fukurodani special that is going to be Bokuto versus Kiryu. That's going to be fun. And then for the movie, there's going to be the Kamamedai versus Karasuno national quarterfinal, I think. I think the main thing is, like, because all these characters have voice actors, Kiryu doesn't at the moment. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to, you know, they're going to wait for that. Plus maybe like spike animation, stuff like that. Even though in this game they have created some themselves, they'll probably just wait. Because it's like, for the people who only watch the anime and they release this character, they're going to be like, who the hell is this? So they're just going to wait. I score an average of like 9 to 10 mil, but that would bring it up even more. Damn, bro. I hit 6.9 million. I'm like, I feel like the man. Let's see. The person I think they have most anime accurate is Tanaka, a hard hitter and great reflex receives. Yeah, and his ultimate also fits pretty well because it's like the inner cross or whatever that he was always hitting. Also, I think he deserves an SP and an ultimate for his copy cut shot from Bokuto. You're talking about Tanaka? Tanaka does have an SP. Kiryu really deserves a place in this game, yeah. The thing is though, like if he's not a UR though, because the thing is, so with the SP rarity, like, I think he's one of those where, like, you know how Sakuza is a UR but he has SP stats? They should do that with him. Because the thing is with SPs is SPs isn't a reflection of the character's ability. The SPs are like special events that just happen to give you a bigger boost than URs. So with that being said, Kiryu skill wise is on the level of Sakuza, Bokuto, Ushijima. So he should have a UR by default, and then if you want to give him SP for, like, I don't know, Christmas or something, you can do that. Oh, I didn't know he did, my bad, no worries. He just came out. So it was a second SP Kenma that came out with the SP Lev, and then combo that with the SP Yamamoto with the SP Tanaka. True, but his stats really should be on the same level since he is like top 3 wing spiker aces or something. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, if you're gonna give Sakuza better stats, because I think in the anime before the time skip and stuff like that, I think the comp was between Ushijima and Sakuza, and in the game they gave the stats to Sakuza instead, so they could give him stats like Sakuza, but then maybe that doesn't make the most sense, so maybe they won't. I don't know. Kunami doesn't say anything about being on the bench from what I'm reading. Doesn't say. His skill res too? Or are you looking at his skills? Is it even confirmed that he'll come into the game? No. But I'm like, it shouldn't be that difficult. Do you think they'll add a post time skip Hinata with great sirs and stuff? Probably not, because the thing is you have to remember all these characters are high schoolers. So like time skip, we're talking about adults here, and in theory they should be like not even 2 times better, they should be like 5 times better. Unless they scale them down, then I guess. Is Komori coming after Sakusa? Yes, he is coming this Wednesday with the SPI owner. What if they made a new rarity? I can see that. Never mind, I just read the SR2, that's my bad. No worries, no worries. Korai and Oikawa time skip would be insane. I think the... Because I read the manga, and there's like stats for like characters. I think Korai is the best time skip character. I think he has 5 stars in everything. I think the only thing that technically holds him back is his height. Yeah, Korai has like fully maxed stuff, yeah. I think Hinata's like blocking is low, but then for him making up for that, that's his like natural like jump. So there's like different ways to look at it, but if we're talking about straight ability, I believe the time skip Korai is the best Haikyu character ever. What year was Yamamoto in the anime? I don't think he was a first year. And I don't think he was a senior either. He might be a second year. Height doesn't matter if you jump like 10 meters high, if we're honest. Well, that's... But if we're talking about like giving him a like stats wise, he's a perfect player, but there is something that holds him back, which is his natural height. That's it. Because yes, you can jump high, but if you're tall, if you're taller like already, you can get to that same height faster, if that makes sense. When you're taller, you get to the peak higher than a shorter player. Exactly. Yamamoto was a second year. SP Mad Dog would go crazy. He would. But who do you put him with? Kendaichi? Because Kunimi has one. Oikawa and Iwaizumi has one. Is there another character from a different school? Who do you think would be the ace of Nekama in Yamamoto's third year? Lev, second year, or him? If we're talking about anime slash manga specifically, I think Lev. Bald trio, Tanaka, Yamamoto, Mad Dog. Bald trio's crazy. Mad Dog and Suki, no, they played together after time skip. Were they on the same team? If that's the case, I mean, now that they've done a second Kenma, you can do a second anybody, right? So I guess a second Tsukishima could be a thing. Sendai frogs, whatever. Yeah, I remember it being something frog. Jim, my question is, why do you have 3 setters in your team? Also, don't spam. I saw it the first time. I like how we're an hour 45. We still haven't done team reviews yet. I don't know. I'm just, it's not that like I'm checked out on team reviews. It's just like because of the YouTube videos kind of being a question mark at the moment, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Is it okay 3 setters? I would say 2 is okay. What do you think of this new rarity time skip Hinata Link old tiny giant? Old tiny giant. Oh. But again, it's like, I can see it, I guess. That's a decent idea. I don't know if they would do it though. I know you're annoyed of the team reviews. I'm not annoyed of it. It's just like, it is kind of getting repetitive, but it's repetitive because a lot of people are in the same situation. It's like if you're a player who's played for a while now, you're waiting for certain characters. If you're a newer player, you're like, how the hell do I play this game? Who should I wait for? You know what I mean? Whereas like the people who know who they're waiting for, they're just like, here's my team. So it's like, realistically, if you've watched like 3 of the team reviews out of the 20 I've done, then it's like you kind of can get an idea of what to do. Let's see. SSR Hinata, Yor Kageyama, SP. Wait, hold on. SSR Nishinoya, Hinata Kageyama, Kuro, Kenma, Bokuto, Akashi. You don't need the SP Kenma on that team. So I would take the SP Kenma out, and I'd probably put either a middle blocker with Kuro, or I would put like a wing spiker to hit. Is SP Akashi's memory good for SP Kenma? The first part of it is, but then when it comes to the Team Morale Awakening stuff, like it doesn't really help Kenma that much. Like this part's fine. Increase the equipper set stat by 12%. While your side is in Team Morale, the equipper's awareness increased by 10%. That part's good. But then this part does not apply at all, so it's kind of a waste. If there is a setter... Let's see. So I'm assuming you didn't get the SP Kenma memory, so it's like... I will always recommend the Shirabu one, unless you have a quick attack team. If your team's a quick attack team, then let's see. I think Kageyama's setter dump. This one is this one. This one's serve, I think. It would have to be the SSR one, if I'm being totally honest. Or this one, the Kageyama one, because Kenma does have a setter dump ultimate, so one of those two. What Funko Pops do you got hiding back there? I have... Oh, what the heck? My Lucario card just fell. One sec. So, I got gifted 2. I don't know. I haven't watched the anime for them. But one is from Inuyasha? I believe that's what that says. And it's Sesshomaru? I don't know. And then there's another one from Seraph of the End. I believe that's what that says, and it's Yuichiro Demon version. So those two I got gifted. And then the one in the middle is a Sasuke one, because Sasuke is my favorite character from Naruto. Holy headset dent. I need to get a haircut anyway, so that's why I'm like, I don't And then sitting on top of them, I have a Link plushie. I have a Mega Lucario little like figurine, kind of like Jinzo. And then I have, I think it's a Gundam. I don't know which one. Again, I just got gifted them. They're basically the person who gifted them was like, "You like anime, right?" I'm like, "Yep." And they didn't ask which one, so then they just gave it to me. Naruto was my first anime, definitely my favorite. Gotta take Lee as my favorite. I know I'm basic. That's not really basic. Maybe Lee's fighting style is basic because it's just straight hands, but like, you know, Rock Lee is fire. That brother, straight hands. Buzzcut? No, we're not doing that. It's just like this is gonna get a little shorter. The top gonna get a little shorter. And then the sides gonna be pretty short. You watch Blue Lock? Yes. Yes, I have. Oh yeah, so somebody asked, how are you winning the matches you have way less rating? So yeah, my team rating is 180,000 basically, and then the team I'm going up against is 20,000. So if I believe this is still the case. So 1 second. Yes, I believe. So if you take your team rating, so mine is 179,208. What the hell's going on? Plus, sorry, nope, not plus. Times 15%, and then we go back plus 179,208. So this is the team rating that I can technically still beat. So that's, as you can see, there's a 204,000. So in theory, I should be able to not beat this one. Which is why I feel like this game is kind of not great, because it's like, it's just your team rating at the end of the day that only matters in most game modes. And it's like that in every practice match as well. But the thing is, they actually tell you here. So if it says advantage or it doesn't say advantage, you can still win. If it says disadvantage, that means you're outside of that 15% zone and you can't win. I love a Blue Lock game like this. There is a Blue Lock game, but the thing is, it doesn't look that fun. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, whenever somebody asks me like, is this game fun playing? I'm like, it is, but the ceiling is very low because of the mechanics of the game. What does one have to do to get modded? Honestly, right now, because the current mods that I have in terms of like just straight up like count, I don't need another mod at the moment. But if it gets to the point where I'm averaging a lot more viewers, that means, you know, more chatters, which means more things can happen, then I would probably look to get more mods. In the Discord, I need more mods. I already have 2 people in mind, but I forgot my train of thought. I need more mods, but I already have people in mind. What game is that? It's Haikyu Fly High. Arx needs mod status, I can't lie. Yeah, so that would... She would be one of them. She'd be one of them. And the funny thing is, she's a mod on... she's a mod on TikTok. And then I made the Discord, and then I messaged her. I'm like, do you want to be a Discord one? And then she's like, no, I don't really use it that much. Versus, like, you know, I wouldn't know. I don't really know what to do. And then she ends up just like doing mod stuff anyways. I'm just like, okay. So I kind of waited for the Discord to grow a little bit, and then now there's her, and then there's also Gamer Alt, who's probably gonna be the other mod. Wow, I actually won this. So my 15% thing there kind of backfired. So, I don't know. Maybe they changed it, I don't know. When are you doing team reviews? I'll do them... should I do them at 1? I'll either do them in the next like 5 minutes, or if I start losing this. Have you made a video about the best memories? No, I have not. There's a couple videos I'm thinking of making. So again, club contest would be one. Potentials. I get a lot of questions on TikTok about potentials. That'd be another one. I guess memory would be another one, even though that one I'm not too interested in doing, but maybe I'd do one. It's just the thing with this week, I'm so strapped for time, and with the whole K and B situation as well, new game, that means that it's gonna have to get attention and videos and stuff, so I don't know. long story short, I don't know. Who's your favorite Blue Lock player? See, the thing is, so I play soccer, and the player I find the most relatable is the main character. What's his name? Isagi. I find him the most relatable because essentially I'm a the position I play is like that attacking midfielder, striker, false nine role, where I'm more of a pass first kind of player. So I guess he's the most relatable, but my favorite would be probably oh, there's Nagi. I forgot about Nagi. I was thinking of the brothers, the what's that guy's name? Shit, what's his name? Oh my god, his brother's on the Japan team. That guy's cool too. Rin, yeah. So that guy, so I'd say my favorite characters personally would be Nagi 1, Rin 2, Isagi 3, maybe Bachira 4. And then Loki, I kind of like Baru. So Baru would be 5. Oh yeah. So speaking of soccer, I had a game yesterday. It was a cup game. It was a quarterfinal. and we ended up losing on penalties. So it was 1-1 after full time, and I got an assist on the first goal. I used the outside of my foot to cross it in, and then my teammate scored, and I was on cloud 9. We were dominating the whole game. Then they end up tying it just off some like shitty goal, just like route one, just punt it into the box, get the rebound. Like it was kind of one of those things. So they tie the game, and then the penalty shootout, I'm the second shooter, and then I missed. So that was fun. The thing is though, it went to 7 shooters. It went to 7 shooters, and what's it called? So it wasn't just me that missed. And the funny thing is, as I was doing my run up, I went bottom right. But as I was doing my run up, I saw the goalie lean that way, and I was so close to chipping it down the middle. But I was like, no, I'm gonna stick to my guns, and then he saved it. So that kind of sucked. Because I am that type of player to do some stupid shit when it really shouldn't be the case. Like, we're talking about a cup penalty shootout quarterfinals, and somebody's gonna chip it down the middle. Like, who the hell would do that? That would be me, but then I was like, no, let me play it safe. And I ended up missing. Yeah, there's a lot of good shows and stuff coming out this year. Like, so we already have JJK. I've been enjoying Sentence to Be a Hero. Free Ren's been really good. And then I believe Invincible's out, or is it next week? It's sometime in March that Invincible's new season's out. Yeah, and then Blue Lock's gonna be out. And then for movies, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. We have Avengers Doomsday. So we got a lot. And then for the stuff that I haven't seen, like there's I think there's like My Hero Academia or something like that. I don't know. Deku's been on a bit. she's been promoting that evidently with her name, but she's been going crazy with that whole situation. There was something to do with One Piece as well, I think. Okay, so it is 1:02. I am planning on ending stream at 2 o'clock. So after this game, I will start doing team reviews. If I'm being totally honest, now that I'm not gonna be doing everybody's team review. If you have yours there, and you want me to do it, just put your Discord name in the chat, and I'll just start picking people's. Even though I hated doing that before, but now that we're at this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. How will we pick the members? So it's gonna be like 3 people. I already have 1 person in mind. I just have to ask them. And then there's another. There's people I will just DM and they can say yes or no. Because I'm gonna like kind of lay it out for them. This brother, you know what? I'm tired of you. This guy just keeps sending me friend requests, or not friend requests, club requests. I'm like, I'm the leader of my own. Anyways. Yeah, I'll sort it out. Yeah, so I'll just DM a couple people. If they say yes, then we'll do it. If not, then it's fine. Can I send my Discord username here? Yeah. Yes, you can. So let me get the music back. Is that a good level? Is it too high, too low? Yo, W wallpaper. Hey, this wallpaper I also, it's my desk mat. For those of you who don't know, my favorite video game series of all time, The Legend of Zelda. So, like always, if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure to do so. We are at how many people? 1,098 users. So apologies for the delay. I was not supposed to be on Fly High for 2 hours, but it just ended up being like that. Bro, misclicked the recruit button. So yeah, during the onboarding process, when you join the Discord, you'll have access to the Haikyu section. So make sure you click that, and then you'll have access to the Haikyu Fly High general chat, which is this. Obviously, the team review forum. So you would create a new post, you would put your image and whatnot. You also have the Haikyu Flex chat. So for people, as you can see, you want to flex something. Got 6.90. Now I'm at 6.91. Somebody got 2 Sakusas. What else is here? We got 2 SSRs here. So anything kind of like that. You want to post in this chat, feel free to do so. What else? Like, this is MG3's club contest score, by the way. Bro mentioned me as soon as he got 6.9. Well, you're the one who started it. You're the one who started it. We also have the Haikyu anime channel. So if you guys want to talk about the anime / the manga, just make sure if you're talking about manga stuff that hasn't happened in the anime that you use spoiler blurs. Very please, so that people don't get spoiled. Same thing with the other like chats and stuff. So like hobbies and interests. There's also like anime, manga. There's manhwa here. Just make sure you use the spoiler blur for people who haven't seen it yet. And then recently I made a new channel here, the Haikyu Fly High codes. So as you can see, there was one for February, Fly High Feb, and then there was Haikyu Gift Mar for the one of March. Just try to keep the conversation to a minimum, just so that people have easy access to the gift codes, because I don't really want to pin every single code, but you know, we might have to. Okay, so now that we're doing team reviews a little bit different, make one for K and B when it releases. That is another thing that I forgot to write down. I do have to do that. I have to make a K and B. Let me write that down. Because I did remember, I was like, yep, I need to do that, and then I just forgot about it. Oh, Jesus. Yes, I physically write stuff down. I could type it into like a chat or something, but I'm a little old school like that. Let's see. So create channels for code specifically, I did that. Add new mods, I still have to do that. Channel points for Twitch, I still have to do that. New channel. Oh no, I already have it written down. New channels for KNB SR. I do have it written down. So I just forgot. Can you put the link to your Discord in the chat? So for the people on TikTok, if you want to join the Discord, it's in my bio. But you have to export the link. So when you click on the link, there's going to be the TikTok browser, but export that to your traditional browser or whatever. Because for some reason on the TikTok one specifically, it doesn't let people join. I don't know why. So just make sure you do that and it should be fine. Okay, so who's this? Where is it? I already posted my team February 20th. Oh, Jesus. That's February 28th. This one. Is it this one? All right, so he says, or they say, I don't know your guys' gender. Hello, this is my power team right now. Is it still worth to pull Komori, or I just wait for SPs? My plan is to get SP Kuro, the Festival Trio, and the Winter Duo. So that's Oikawa, Iwazumi, Ushijima, Kuro Tsukishima with Kuro. Wait, sorry, no, Kurai Hirogami with Kuro. Needed genuine advice badly, been playing for a month or so. I'm just saving SSR tickets for duping Aaron and Kita also. So it doesn't sound like... Yeah, I mean... It looks like you're in a pretty good spot. You already know the characters you want to get as well, which is nice. And looking at this team, it's like... You have the Kiyotani Iwaizumi bond. I don't think Aaron has a bond with Kita. But at the very least, like we said earlier in the stream, you know, Kita dupes, Aaron dupes will help each other. You have the SSR Akashi, which I'm assuming you have awareness built. If not, try to get potentials with the substat, the main stat, and the 2-piece that focus on awareness. Because again, when he sets and it's critical, your spiker is guaranteed to be critical as well. And then Tsukishima is here for blocks, and Yaku's here for receives. Same thing with Kita. So it's a pretty well-balanced team. Maybe missing one more middle blocker, but if you look at your team, it's kind of difficult to, it's difficult to justify taking one of these guys out. So hopefully Tsukishima does the job for you. Yeah, it's pretty solid. In terms of the characters you want to get, so Akashi would be replaced by Oikawa. Kiyotani for Ushijima, Iwaizumi would be upgraded, so those are 3 there. I would assume Tsukishima would come out for the Kuro first, and then the Hirogami and Kurai would come in for these 2. And then you said something about Komori? Is it still worth to pull for Komori or wait for SP? So the thing is, right now, there's only the UR Komori and the SP Nishinoya available. So... with no sign of an SP Yaku coming out soon, I would say when the Komori rebanner comes out on Wednesday, it would be worth pulling for. I don't know your diamond count or anything like that, or your pity count, but just know that the SP Kuro should be coming out soon after. So it should be Komori this Wednesday, and then 2 weeks later will be March 25th, I believe. Yeah. And then 2 weeks after that should be roughly when Kuro comes out, depending on how they do the banner, so just keep that in mind. Akashi is more on awareness potential. By the way, when Aaron is now maxed 80. Okay, that sounds good. So build your Aaron on strength, build your Akashi on awareness. I have 34,000 gems with 50 SP tickets. Okay. So make sure, well, what's your UR pity? Hey, is it possible to get your account back if you refund something and it's restricted? I don't know. You would have to contact their customer support team. So what I would do is I would contact them on Twitter or X, because that's the fastest way to communicate with them. Because I've had something happen with another viewer who messaged me. They're like, something with their account was weird, like they couldn't log in or got lost or something like that, and then customer support was able to help them. So there is that. There's like in their Discord, the official one, there's a way to like do a ticket, but I don't know how effective that is. Crush Skull, how you doing? I'm good. But yeah, like dupes of Aaron Kita make sense here. Just make sure you build your awareness on Akashi, strength on Aaron, and then yeah, just pick up your characters in the meantime. Again, just a little caution of the UR Kuro. My UR pity is 130 and SP is 90. So your SP tickets alone, unless you get unlucky, you should be able to pull the Kuro. And then with your 34,000 gems, it's gonna cost a lot for you to get Komori, but I would say it's still worth it. So you should be good. So you can do Komori here on Wednesday, you can do Kuro here in April, and then all the other SPs would come in here. Sound good? In terms of a team rating, I give this like a 7, 6.8. Rohil, have you watched Hunter x Hunter? I have. Yes, I have. Rate 1 to 10. The only issue for me with Hunter x Hunter is like the what's it called? The pacing of it at times. So I'd probably give it like a 9. Pacing is pretty important to me, to be honest. So I'd give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason it not being a 10 is just for the pacing of it. All right, so next up we have one of one who says, yo, can you check my stuff? Posted it 7 days ago, titled Push for Beach Trio. Someone commented, oh, but I'm still torn. Let's see. Can I search? I probably passed it. There it is. All right, so we have we'll be free to play going forward. Bought the tier 1 starter pack, so that'd be the Kageyama or the Nishinoya. Looks like Kageyama. I've been playing for 46 days. These are everyone I have. I mistakenly pulled for Osamu and his memory without knowing anything, but read a couple of things after that and just focused on SPs plus their memories. Should I push for the beach trio? I'm broke right now, by the way. 540 gems, 2 SP tickets. I just bank on hope all the time. Bro's just like, please. Okay, so question. Is this your same, is this the same lineup you got? One Piece out the window then? I'm not starting One Piece. Damn, that hurts, not gonna lie. I like the pacing. I'm sorry, the stairs. What are we doing? The stairs. What are we doing? Switch semi for Iwaizumi. Okay, that's good. So the reason why I asked, 3 setters, probably not the play. So there is that. So now that Iwaizumi's here, he has the bond with Kiyotani, so that's nice. So that's a lot better. Also, question. I know Sugawara is a block type. You do not have a middle blocker in your team. So, let's see. Lineup specialty is power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that kind of sucks. Because the only character that works here in that situation would be the UR Kurai. So, okay, so what I would do, I'll probably remove Oikawa for Akashi. Well, the thing is, it's like, okay, let me just reset my brain here. Okay, so you had 3 setters, which is not great. I would say max 2 setters. Then you took one out for Iwaizumi, which is good. Then you have Iwaizumi Kiyotani bond. Bokuto in this team is pretty decent then, because you have Iwaizumi to hit, you have Kiyotani, you have Osamu. So in that event, you don't really need the SP Akashi, even though the SP Akashi will help with Team Morale Awakening. But then you have like the 2 setters left over. I would replace the Oikawa with a middle blocker. However, if you do that, you're gonna have no lineup specialty, which is bad. So that's what that's the next part I'm thinking. So what I'm thinking is you might want to change your rotation. So I would probably have, I think I would keep Osamu and Bokuto here. I would probably have Hiyotani at slot 5. I would have Sugawara at slot 4, Oikawa at slot... Sorry, Sugawara at slot 3, Oikawa at slot 4. And then Iwaizumi would stay at 6. And then as soon as the game starts, I would sub in your Ione for the SSR Oikawa. So that's what I would do. Because then you keep your lineup specialty, but then you get the middle blocker to block. Because I know Sugawara is a block type, but he's a setter at the end of the day. So that's what he's going to focus on. So that's what like your current lineup would be. Like that's the best way to maximize your current lineup. If we're talking about future characters, the SP Akashi, again, would it help here? Yes. Do you need him? Probably not. I would actually focus on the SP Ione. Because again, no middle blocker in this team. But after that, Nishinoya. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I'd probably just focus on like leveling up these characters. So anybody you're gonna keep long term. So probably these two. Try to get them to 80. The Sugawara, for me personally, I'm holding at 70. I don't know if I'm gonna level them up to 80. The Osamu Miya is not terrible to go to 80 with. Your SSRs though, I'd probably stop at 70. Maybe even 60 for some of them. Just to save those resources. And then also in terms of banner pulls, like Sakuza would be nice here, but you're probably not going to be able to get him with 2 days to go plus your resources. Komori is not a necessity now because you have the Nishinoya. So I would just go on like a pretty long saving spree, I guess you can say, or saving era, saving whatever you want to call it, with the future banners here, because of your current team can survive without pulling for anybody. You just have to make a couple of those changes. And SP Kuro Tsukishima I would consider, again, just because of the lack of middle blockers in your team. But that depends if you go for the SP Ione. That depends if you have the resources for it. If you don't, I would just, again, wait. Just use the SSR middle blockers you have, because you have Tsukishima, who's good. You have the Ione, that's good. I'm not a fan personally of the practice Kuro, but he is an option as well. Didn't even know Sugawara was a block type. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. So in terms of a team rating, I'm probably going to give this one like a 7... Maybe like a 7.25, mainly for just the quality. I'm also considering the Iwaizumi bond here, but the balance is kind of off. All right, who was after that? I believe it was Destroyer. It's my name without the underscore, but a space instead. Can I... Oh god, you guys are gonna see my Discord skills here. Okay. Ugh. So, in team reviews. Oh, there you go. That helps. Alright, so my team going for skill res 2 on Ione probably, and skill res 2 Komori, and maybe SB Suki if I got enough diamonds. What is going on here? If I got enough diamonds, and eventually going for the SB Kurai duo. So you, sir, is this my team? This is my team. I have the same team as you. But you have a shit ton more diamonds than me. Well, that's fun. Let's see. So 99 on the UR, 131. Skill is 2 on Aone. So with your diamond count and your SP stuff, that should not be a problem. You need to do essentially 200 summons. Oh my god, it's me. So with your diamond count stuff, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. And skill res to Komori and maybe SP Suki. So again, with the Tsukishima, that's even closer to the Komori rebanner, so just be careful there. I would prioritize the Tsukishima over skill res to Komori because in my opinion, skill res to Sakuza is better than skill res to Komori, but skill res for Komori is better than skill res for Sakuza. So it's like the SR4 Komori is very much worth it, but you're only going for 2, right? So I would say maybe save those diamonds and tickets for the SP Tsukishima instead, and then you'll be able to save up again for those 2 as well. So you're in a pretty good spot. But in terms of your rotation, that's where we have question marks. So Hinata does his best work in the back row. He has a receive ability, so he should be in the back. I personally have him at slot 6 always. Korai at slot 5 is good because he can use his Omni ability to receive, and then when he rotates into the front, he can use his ultimate to get that extra boost because he gets an extra boost when he's in the front row. And then he can also use the Omni boost or Omni ability to block as well. So then you have 2 really good middle blockers who are there to block essentially with Hirugami and Korai. Even though Korai is not a middle blocker per se, he will do that role while Hinata's in the back row receiving. For Akashi Bokuto, again, Bokuto has good abilities in the back row as well. So I would put him in slot 2, Akashi at slot 3, so that Akashi can do not only his setting, but his setter dump. And then Sakuza can stay at 1. That's where I have him currently. And then you would have Komori coming in for the back row wing spiker, unfortunately. So Korai would come out in that regard. But then again, he can save his Omni ability that he would do in the receive for the block in the front. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So in terms of a team rating, I believe this is the best power team you can have in the game. I know Hinata's a quick, but like he also like has like awareness and strength kind of builds going on. So a little bit of bias here because this is also my team. I'd probably give it like a 9 point. Nah, give it a 9. 9 flat. 9 out of 10. Let's see. Is SP Kuro better than SP Tsukishima? So SP Kuro is a receive middle blocker, and Tsukishima is like an offensive one, so it just depends on what you want. Okay, so after Destroyer, it was... I did that one. I believe it was David's. I believe it was David's. So this one? No, he said this one. So try not to post 2. Just do 1, please. I would like some tips on what I should go for and how to make the team better. So, what we got going on here? So we have the Nishinoya Kageyama bond, which is nice. We have the Kageyama Hinata bond, which is nice. Korai Hirugami, Ione, and Tsukishima. So I'm assuming Ione is just here for the quick attack team type plus Nishinoya comes in. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay, so pretty much Hinata here is your opposite hitter. So even though it looks like you have 4 middle blockers, realistically you only have 2, right? And then when Hirugami rotates into the back, Ione would come into the front. The only thing I would change here is rotational wise, Hirugami at slot 4 instead of Tsukishima, just so he's blocking for a longer period of time. because he is the better middle blocker. The Hinata being in the back row, so that one doesn't have receive abilities from what I understand. So I would consider swapping him and Kurai, again for the reason I stated in the last team review. Kageyama at slot 1 is good for his serve ability, and then Ione comes out for Nishinoya. Can you also do my second account after? I will, if I can get to it. I'm gonna do other people's first, just to be fair. So that's the rotational changes I would make. But I do like this team because you have the Kageyama Nishinoya link, you got the Karasuno team bond, you have the Kurai Hirugami link, and you have a team type. So you're doing all the right things. What did you say in your thing? I would like some teams. What should I go for? So in terms of making your team quote unquote better, it's literally like you could just upgrade your Tsukishima to the SP one. The Hinata SP, like low key, me personally, I prefer the SSR Hinata with the UR Kageyama for the freak quick attack. Because when you score, you can just use it again. Whereas the SP Hinata doesn't have that. He does still get a boost with the UR Kageyama, but it's just, you don't have that duo attack, you know what I mean? So, you don't have to upgrade the Hinata, but you can. This spot here, again, if you want to get SP Ione, you can. If you want to get SP Kuro with the SP Tsukishima, you can. Not really necessary because he's here for the Nishinoya, you know what I mean? So, again, you could upgrade these two when their SPs come out. Just remember that these are back-to-back banners. Kuro Tsukishima are back-to-back. Hinata rebanner, if it does happen, most likely would be after the Kageyama rebanner, which is after the Komori one, which is close to the Kuro Tsukishima release. So just keep that in mind. I like that your team name is Freaks. I have Hinata like Res 3. Yeah, Res 3, 1400. Damn. Do SP Twins have the special bond that gives them the skill? What skill? What should I get though? Yeah, so Kuro Tsukishima is available. SP Hinata is available, but again, might not be able to get all of them. I would prioritize definitely the Tsukishima for Scherzies, and then if you can't get any of the other ones that I just mentioned, I would probably just look to get the SP versions of these two. Because again, I think there will be a point where the Kageyama Hinata duo will be like kind of dated. I think they're very much usable now, but I think when Oikawa comes out, you'll have not only the Akashi Beach Trio, but you'll have the Oikawa Festival Trio, so that might be a little bit dated. So you might want to target the Oikawa one and turn into a powered team at that point, because you'd have one, Ushijima would be 2, Iwaizumi would be 3, Kurai would be 4. So you can be a power team in that case. So that's how I would consider it, your team. So in terms of a team rating though, I like this team. I don't think it's quite an 8. There's 3 SSRs here. So I'd probably give it like a 7.5, 7.75, something like that. Like the SR or SP1s, the twins minus tempo. Oh, that I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like I would have seen an animation of it somewhere. I don't think so. Okay. So then after David, it was, I believe, Crushed Skull. Maybe if I go from, I could type. All right, so this is my current team for the time being. Oh, let me go that. But I'm going to try to get the rest of the Beach Trio. But after that, I don't know who to go for. I'm thinking of going with either the Firework or the Kamamedai. Thank you. And then we have future team going for That'd be with Kuro. Oh, just Kuro. Okay. Free Genjima, Beast Trio, Sakusa Komori. Sounds good. And then this is your updated team. So we'll look at the updated team. Oh, let me see this again. Kamameda. Okay, so you're pretty good with either because again, Kuro Tsukishima will come out presumably in April. Kamameda should be in the summer, so that should be enough time for you to save regardless. So Ione comes in here, Sakusa Komori stay. So it's really just who's in these two spots, right? So me looking at your team, you have Ione for blocks. You got the power kind of offense here. I think I would probably go the Kamameda, Korai, and Hirugami, because that way you have two middle blockers and then you have another hitter. Whereas with Kuro and Tsukishima, yes, Tsukishima is more offensive, but again, he is a middle blocker at the end of the day. So I think in terms of balance for your team, I would say Kamameda. So it'd just be like this, but with Korai and Hirugami instead. The Genjima will be here, unless they don't make it free for us, which would be really shitty of them, but he should be here, so you can at least have him on the bench instead. Oh my god, Peter Wilson. When's the last time you were in a stream, or at least commented on a stream? Holy shit, dude, it has been a minute. I don't even think I had 1,000 subs the last time you commented on a stream. How you been, man? How you been? Are the Winter Sport the last SP? No, they're not the last one. The last one is there's a second Kenma. There's a Lev, a Yamamoto Tanaka, and then there's rumors of a second Hinata. Okay, so in terms of a team rating though, this team is, I think, also a 7.5. 7.75. It is Akashi and Bokuto. Yeah, I'll go 7.75. It's not quite an 8 just because of these three. But these four really carry it. Okay, so that's Crushed Skull. And then we go back to YouTube. Cardi had to go, so see you later. One sec. We got Daniel. Is yours here? Okay. So Daniel says, I need SP Akashi for Bokuto and more SPs. You don't always need SPs. So again, this is a newer account, but you have a ton of options, which is always nice. So from the looks of things, you have the Karasona Team Bond, which is always a good thing for new accounts. And then you have the SP Bokuto. So what I will say though, for your team, the SSR Oikawa is not needed here, and I would put in the SSR Tanaka, because the Tanaka and Nishinoya have a deployable bond where they gain, I think it's 30 or 35 team morale off rip, and that's going to be very important for your Bokuto, because Bokuto cannot use his Spike ultimate until he's in the team morale awakening. So that's the one change I would make there. For your Libero, I'm assuming the Libero comes in for the setter. So what can we do instead? It would have to be the back row middle blocker, to be honest. And what I would do is I would probably, I think for your rotation, I would have Bokuto 1 is okay. Tanaka 2 is okay. I think I would go Tsukishima 6. Hinata 5, Kageyama 6. Sorry, Kageyama 4. Kuro can stay at 3. Alright, so Bokuto, Tsuki, Hinata, Kageyama, Kuro, Tanaka. So that's what I would do with your current team and your current rotation and your current players. Now in the future, you do want the SP Akashi, which is only out for another day. Can you get the Akashi? Like, do you have the resources to do it, or are you just saying like I want it? I have 8 days for Akashi and I don't have the resources, but I'm trying. Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry. The shit. The new with the Aeone coming out, immediately I'm like the Akashi's gone. Sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, so with a week left, yeah, it's gonna be like you're gonna need a little bit of luck. I'm not gonna lie. But at the very least, it's not like, so for example, the UR Bokuto really benefited from the SSR Akashi. The SP Bokuto doesn't benefit as much from the SP Akashi. Who should I sub for Akashi when I do get him? Probably one of your middle blockers. But the issue with that is you would lose your team type. So it might be one of those things where you start the game how I suggested, with the Tanaka and the Nishinoya on the court at the same time. The deployment bond from that will then give you the team morale boost, and then maybe you summon the Akashi from your bench for the Tanaka. Byteros has been loving the vids, bro. Keep it up. Of course. We are starting... we're going to be doing Kuroko basketball this week as well, so if you're interested in that. Yeah. So, in terms of a team rating, I'd probably give this a 6.5 out of 10. In terms of future SPs, you could really do whatever, because you have so many SSRs. You can go power with Bokuto and Akashi. You can go quick with the current players you have, like, and just kind of upgrade them, right? You are Rebanner, Kageyama, SP Hinata, SP Tsukishima, Kuro, right? So you're kind of at the mercy of your own, you know, whatever it is that you want. But for a new account, it's pretty good. I just got SSR Mad Dog. Should I put him in anywhere? I would put him in if you want to go away from a quick attack team. So for example, you have the Bokuto, that's 1. Let's say this is either Oikawa, Tanaka, or the SB Akashi, that's 2. And then whoever's left over, maybe you still want to put the Tanaka in, maybe for the Hinata instead. So that's 3. And then your Mad Dog would be 4, probably for the Kageyama at that point. So then you can become a power attack team, and then you can focus around the Bokuto Akashi duo. So I do that. Okay, so there is that, and then on YouTube there is Docile for Yuda. I definitely passed it, didn't I? Okay, so you said, hello, I've been watching for quite a while and this is my first team review submission. Currently rebuilding and don't know what setter I should go for to replace Atsumu, and whether or not I should go for the Komori rerun and replace Nishinoya. Any help will be much appreciated, thanks. So the thing is with the debate between Nishinoya and Komori is usually whether or not you have Sakuza or not, or if you have the other libero. So in this case you have both situations going on, so it's like, typically, if you have Nishinoya, you don't need Komori, but if you have Sakuza, you should probably want to get Komori. So you both have Komori and Nishinoya. So it's kind of a weird situation to be in. But realistically, I would say skip the Komori rerun. Just because it's like, if you can save diamonds, you might as well. The Nishinoya by himself and the Sakuza by himself are very much capable players. So it's not necessary to complete that bond. And then you have an SP Nishinoya kind of just chilling, right? So it's like, that'd be kind of a waste. In terms of a setter to replace Atsumiya, if you're looking for a short-term replacement, the SSR Akashi would be a good replacement there. And in that case, you actually don't need to take Aaron out, because I think the SSR Akashi with the Aaron work pretty well together. I do see you have Kita on the bench. It's interesting that you have Genjima higher than Kita, so wonder what's going on there. You also have the Kiyotani, so if you want to upgrade your Kiyotani, you can put him in, because he has a bond with Iwaizumi. Hirugami being here is fine. He's in the right slot. He is needed in this team because you need somebody to block. The only thing is, yeah, Genjima can receive, so I guess that's fine. As long as your Nishinoya is coming in for this position here, right? So you have Genjima and Nishinoya in the back. Or if you want to bring in Kita, you have Kita and Nishinoya in the back. Just so that you have two guys who can receive alongside Sakuza. Sakuza needs to be on the court though, so hopefully he is. And then, yeah, it's really just the setter position at that point. Maybe if you do want to replace Aaron, but it'd really only be Kiyotani is the option there. So maybe, you know, SSR Akashi with the Kiyotani. You can do that. Or you can just leave Aaron. In terms of a future banner, I think you could go for the Festival Trio. So you can upgrade EY to his SP. You can get the Oikawa here, and then probably the Ushijima here. You could go Kuro Tsukishima, but at that point... Actually, that wouldn't be too bad either. If you could go like Tsukishima in the front, Kuro in the back, because Kuro can receive that SP1. And then Nishinoya can replace, you know, whoever's left over. So that's also not too bad of an option. Let's see. There's the SP Kamameta duo, of course. So you could replace like Hirugami for his SP, or I guess upgrade, and then Iwaizumi for the Korai as well. I'm using Genjima more for attack power. My Aaron isn't that well built. Yeah, I can see that from the player rating. So yeah, it's one of those things. If you want to build a little bit of a balance, maybe you take Aaron out for the Kita and then put Genjima in the front instead. There's a lot of things you can do here. Playing auto versus manual, how big is the difference? So in things like club contest and specialty trial and stuff like that, depending on your team, when you play auto, it does the highest score or a highest point scoring thing possible. So for me, for example, if I were to auto my club contest, it would prioritize Akashi's setter dump over an Aaron spike, because it doesn't take into consideration the possibility of a critical Aaron spike. A critical Aaron spike is going to be a lot higher than Akashi setter dump. So obviously I would want the Aaron spike instead. So there's stuff like that. But in terms of like regular game modes like extreme training, practice matches, peak challenge, you can just do auto for the most part, and you should be fun. How do I join your Discord? The link is in the description down below. Forgot stream was today. Is Ione out tomorrow? He's out Wednesday. There's gonna be no stream tomorrow, so no content for me tomorrow. That's why we're doing it today. So in terms of a team rating, it is a power-based team, but again, Atsumu being here is not the best. It's not terrible, but again, could be better. I'd probably give this like a 7.25 out of 10. Yeah, I meant Wednesday. Got my days all mixed up. Yeah, trust me. I thought the Akashi was going out of the store on Wednesday, but I forgot because the anime is coming out early. They're both going to be there. So next up we got Natsian. Oh, that's the general chat. So I already did yours on the YouTube channel, it looks like. So it's like this now? I'm a little confused. Where's your thread one? Is it this? Ah, there you go. Let's see. Hello, I made a previous post here. I pulled for Hinata and SP Noya after making the previous post. Recently, I bought some UR tickets from Garena Shop and got Sakusa as I was pretty close anyways. I'm still planning on getting Sukin Kuro and Korai Hirogami. Also, if I pull for the Kenma SP or wait for the school one, I'm probably going for a quick attack team or receive one. As always, thanks for your review and love your vids. So you're thinking of doing something like this, but you're considering which Kenma here? So I don't know if the school Kenma, I'm going to assume that it doesn't. This Kenma, I believe, has a bond with obviously the Hinata, but I think it also has one with the Kuro. So I would prioritize this Kenma over the school one, because then at that point you're losing out on bonds. Now I do think the school one with the Lev and the Tanaka Yamamoto is objectively better than this one, but if you're gonna have this team with a Kenma, you want it to be this one. Let's see. Okay, so this is your current team. So interestingly, you have Kiyotani here instead of Iwaizumi. Oh, because you don't have him. Okay, that makes sense. I guess in terms of like, yeah, upgrades on this team right now, you would probably want to have the Iwaizumi here instead of Kiyotani, because that bond with Oikawa, because they have the duo attack. The Karasuno team bond here with these four, that is fine. And then you got Sakusa on the bench, Azumane on here, you got Aaron, you got Daichi as well. So not too bad. Let's see. Quick attack team or receive one. So right now you have 1, 2, 3 receive, so you just need like Kenma and one more. The thing is though, apologies. You would have to wait for the SP Kuro. It looks like the next character would be for the receive team, because you have the Hinata already. You have the Sakusa, that's 2. You have the Nishinoya, that's 3, and then Kuro would be 4. And then depending on the rebounder situation, if the Kenma comes up first, then you can make that. Honestly, it looks fine to me. Like, it looks like you know what you want. Again, I would say Sakura Kenma over school one for this team specifically. And then right now, it's really just the only way you can make this better is Iwaizumi. Looking at your rotation as well, you could go either way here. You can either go Sakusa at 1, Oikawa at 2, or you can go the way you have it right now. Hinata at 6, again, like I said earlier, is really good. Your only middle blocker in this team is at slot 4, which is also really good. You know what you're doing. You're doing good. So in terms of a team rating, I'd give this one a 7.5. Very solid. $10K Sakusa at level 80. Oh yeah, what the heck? What's going on here? It's at 23K now. Got it. I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? Okay, it is 1:54. I have time for probably one more. The last person to ask was Mo, I think. If Ione is coming on Wednesday, would Kuro and Tsukishima come earlier? Maybe. Potentially, maybe. So from Mo. Bro just said help. Help me. Help me. What do you need help with? Excuse me. What, like what? What do you need help with? This is literally my team. And it was also Destroyer's team earlier. So you're also gonna get a 9 out of 10. You have literally the same lineup as me. So I don't know what you need help with. I don't know what to do now. You simply play the game. So yeah, in terms of like progressing, you're gonna kind of feel like you hit a wall. So for me personally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull Ione and put him here. It's gonna be a slight upgrade on Hirugami, like in terms of like player rating. So he's probably gonna be around 23,000 as well. So team rating would only go up by like a couple thousand. But at that point, I also don't really know what to do, but I know that there's options out there for me, like the Kurai, Hirugami SPs. The only thing you can really do is max, like, you know, your potentials, your memories. Player dupes is going to be kind of difficult unless they give us a select UR recruit, which the likelihood of that happening, I don't know. I would just honestly, for you, I'd build a second team, right? Mia Twins. I'd probably look to get Kita. Let's see. If you have the SSR Hinata, you could do Kageyama Hinata in that team, maybe. And then probably Tsukishima as your middle blocker. So, which SPs are good to go for? Yeah, like these two. These two don't have one yet. I don't know if they will get one, but these two would be good. Unless you want to abandon these two and go for Kuro Tsukishima, you could do that. But I'd say balance-wise, again, this team is really good. I mean, I would know this is my team as well. The balance between receive, blocking, and power is really good in this team. So it's like, if you bring in two middle blockers, like, essentially, Tsukishima would have to replace Kurai, and then Kuro would have to replace Hirugami. But then the roles are kind of weird, where you're going to need you're going to need Kuro on the court in the back row because he's a receive middle blocker, kind of like the Hinata. So there's a little bit of a mismatch there, I guess you could say, or repetitiveness. So you could literally just hold on to this team for like the next 6 months. So I put Ione over Hirugami and not Hinata. I think in terms of like what Ione is going to do for your team, he's going to do what Hirugami's doing. And then Hinata, again, because he's in the back row, assuming that Komori comes in for Kurai, he's actually really good in the back row for receives. And then he gives basic stats increase to your team when he does receive. And then for him attacking as well is because he is built on awareness and strength. Having him with Akashi is actually going to be beneficial. So I would do Ione here, but at the end of the day, you could also not go wrong with putting Hirugami back here and Ione here. It's up to you. But yeah, in terms of team rating, it is a 9 out of 10, like I said earlier. Okay, so let's see. Soul SB on TikTok are you in the Discord? But in the meantime, we'll do David's. We'll do David's other one. Let's see. Second. This is high. This is high. This one. So I don't know what to go for or what to change. So you have Shiratorizawa Team Bond, which is nice. The only thing is you have one extra Shiratorizawa player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But at the very least, Ohira helps with receives, but I think he probably comes up for libero, right? Tendo, Goshiki, Ushijima, and then updated you got Akashi, but you kept, so you took out what's his name, you took out Ohira for Okashi. So what I probably would do, I know Shirabu with Ushijima seems like a really good duo to have, and because they have the duo attack, but because you have Akashi here already, you don't need another setter. And Akashi, if you were here for the earlier part of the stream, as you can see, is really good with power hitters in general, so you don't need Shirabu here with the Ushijima bond. Tendo stays. I think I would probably swap Akashi and Bokuto in terms of placements. The only thing I'm considering is maybe bring in Ohira back for Shirabu, and then I'm assuming Ohira has a higher receive than Goshiki, then have the libero come in for the back row wing spiker. So then you'll have Yaku here, Ohira here, so you have two people to receive. And then even when Bokuto rotates into the back, he won't come out for Yaku right away because Goshiki will be here if Bokuto starts here. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty good. In terms of future stuff, you could get the Ione for Tendo. Don't need him, if I'm being totally honest. Would be nice though. I would just consider maybe like the Komori re-banner, because Yaku here powers quick attack teams. I do see if Yamagata's not really the greatest, so I would say if you can get the UR Komori. I can't get Ione. That means you probably can't get Komori either, right? Yeah. So you might have to wait for a Nishinoya re-banner at that point. Or maybe if there's a UR select recruit. But the number one priority for your team in terms of getting a new character, in my opinion, is changing the libero. We have Kiriako in the Twitch chat. How you doing? First time chatter. But in terms of a team rating, this is pretty good. Because like, even though I said the Shirabu Ushijima link is not necessary, we can still use it, right? Because they have a duo attack. Shout out to Kiriako for the follow, and we actually hit 190 followers. We're 10 away from 200. So if you haven't followed already, please make sure to do so. No, so the thing is, I'm saying bring Ohira in for Shirabu, and then you still have 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, in terms of a team rating, I'd still give it like a solid 7.25 out of 10. All right, the time is 2:03. I do have to get going now, unfortunately. No Twitch sub goal. The thing is with the Twitch sub goal is that you guys have to either spend money or use your Amazon Prime account, which you get 1 free sub per month. If you want to use that on me, please feel free to do so. But the Twitch follow goal is free. The YouTube sub goal is free. TikTok, I don't really have a goal. We're just kind of going. But anyways, I have to go. I got stuff to do. So that's gonna be it for today's stream. So again, please make sure to leave a like, leave a follow, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. Again, no stream tomorrow. I'm going to be out all day. Can you rate me in the YouTube video if I remember to do so? But anyways, we will be live again Wednesday. So we will be doing the Ione summons. We will be getting 1 copy of him at least from that. Depending on the chain pack situation, we might go to skill res 2 if it's worth it. And then the second half of that stream, so we're going to be live probably for at least 4 hours on Wednesday. The second half of that stream, we will be doing our first day on Kuroko's Basketball Street Rivals. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. In terms of team reviews, I'll try to get a video out, but I still have to get the semantics behind the team. because we're going to be doing team reviews a little bit differently now. Okay, sounds good. And then Thursday, no Pokemon stream because we're done with Pokemon, unfortunately. So we might do K&B again on Thursday. Sounds good. All right. Hope you guys have a nice day. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.